So real quick, Rock. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, get out the
God.
way.
Hey, hold on. What is okay? I'm seeing something.
Get him back.
I mean, Buddy ain't have a chance against him though, but still.
No,
Oh, that's
the height
cherry
is
picking. What is
ridiculous.
this?
He got, he
Hey,
worked.
that's
Whoa.
disrespectful
Did
though.
he just do a push
Hey,
over
that's
the
mad
man?
disrespectful. Hey,
That
I
is
like
ridiculous.
his presence though. Well, that's a quick release.
Yeah, that'll definitely work at the next level. I like that.
Hey, okay. Fighting through traffic.
Man, it is too easy.
It is too easy for him. But he getting they playing him physical. I like that. I like that. Ooh, step
Mm,
through.
mm, mm.
Get
Yeah.
big.
Okay.
I couldn't tell which one was which
I
at
was
that
about to
point, but
say
this.
the pass or that
Okay.
they got a good
Ooh.
guys on their team.
Okay. Look at this nice little shit. I don't know if that was a true no look, but he definitely made it look good.
Nice, good defense. Good defense.
This man,
Get that mess out of here.
I don't know why you even tried to go for
All
that
right,
one.
you got that paint locked.
It's a bunch of tall people on his team I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got a team full of giants. This is good. No, nope. Man, I like his aggression. He
Hey,
attacks.
I like how
Rebound.
fast he move. He got yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I like this kid. I like this kid. Now this is the FIBA tournament.
Yeah.
This game happened earlier this particular month, I believe, and it was important that we're gonna sit there and stop sharing now. We want to be unshared myself. Hey, so I'm gonna pull up another one because I want to see some more clips of him. But man, tell me what you see. By the way, you all, thank you for tuning into the video, man. We wanted to get straight into the highlights very quick because clearly that's what y'all wanted to see. I'll probably do another punch in earlier for this one. But yo, thank you for coming back to P.kidd Talks NBA. This is a different video. We actually are going to consider some of these new prospects that we're hearing from overseas, make some noise. And this one in particular, just committed to Kentucky all after having committed to the draft or at least declaring for the draft twice. So he's declared for the draft twice, removed himself twice, which I think was a really ingenious move because honestly, he wasn't, he probably wasn't going to get picked over Wembanyama and stuff like that. I mean, the hype was too big for that. So like it was probably the best thing for him to do it, give himself some more time. Now committing at Kentucky, I can see he gives himself a chance to actually go against American competition, showcase what he can do on that particular stage, and build his stock so he can have a high draft pick. I think that's really good. My man JC from the ATS Report is actually going to give us his thoughts. Again, I go way back with JC. I appreciate him showing me some
Yeah.
love. Y'all show him some love. JC, what did you see about my man's Zvonimir? Ooh, good lord, Zvonimir Ivisic.
Hey man, we gonna have the whole show trying to pronounce his name
Hey,
right. It's
the
all good.
Croatians, the
I'm gonna
Croatians are going to
butcher it
hate us
too.
for sure.
Vonimir IV. I'm gonna call him IV. I don't even care. Man, no, appreciate the love, man. Great to be on the channel. Man, based off of what I just saw, he's fluid. He doesn't even move like a big man. I mean, you used to seeing
Nice.
big man back in the day that were just kind of lumbering around. These dudes are becoming more and more athletic. It's ridiculous. Like you said, he just committed to Kentucky. Uh, I think he's going to take it to another level if he just continues to put in the work. He has a 3-point shot. You can tell he has an aggression to his game. He gets to the basket, and he plays both ends of the court. The man plays defense well, too. You can see the blocks, the follow-through, the inside, the paint defense, the help defense. It looks all good. And, most prospects like that show that. So it's just a matter of if he can get consistent and show that at the college level and then so on and so forth.
Facts. The funny thing about this is not my first time actually hearing about him.
Oh,
I
really?
remember hearing about him before, but he didn't have as big of a buzz. And the reason I found him so intriguing now is because the Kristaps Porzingis comparison I thought was spot on. But the simple fact that he came back on my radar because someone was like, "Hey, there's a lot of people 7'2", 7'3" that are really getting busy," and Zvonimir's name came up. And I was like, I'm like, all right, another big that can shoot. But then I saw clips of him dribbling, in the post and stuff like that. And there's certain things that you identify. Like I'm a guard. I ain't never gonna be. I ain't have a chance in heck to be 6'5". Like it wasn't gonna happen, right? So
Yeah,
I noticed different things about someone's dribbling and their patterns and stuff like that, their cadence and everything with it. And to me, he had the handle of a guard for sure. And I
yeah,
was like, we say that and we associate that with a lot of bigs. I actually saw it. And I think in this clip, you all saw a little bit of that too. And he plays big. Like, no, he's not an overwhelmingly beast. I'm pretty sure he's like two something, but at the end of the day, he's not a physically imposing dude.
right, right, right.
But he definitely makes his presence known and, taking full advantage of it. And it makes you wonder, like, again, how does this translate to the NBA? Well, the NBA is now becoming more of a European, is being more catered to the European game. So to me, I think this is more along the lines of, how are we going to accept or look at these particular players coming in at that side and not have that moniker or that preconceived notion that they can only be limited to certain things? Because when's the last time you've seen a 7'3" big come through dribbling like a guard? It was, I mean, we're so accustomed to KD, but KD got drafted at 6'9".
Right, exactly. He grew a little bit, but
Grew to 7 foot. Jason Tatum came in at 6'8", 6'9", grew to 6'11". They didn't come in that way. This guy's coming in at 7'2".
yeah,
And so for me, it's like, hey, Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama,
there you go.
now KD, everyone knowing that and stuff like that. You're going to really see the success that they have really translate into the opportunities that these players get. And I think ultimately his skill set and what he's already accomplished and what he's already brought, developed, is just going to be a culmination of all that moving forward. And I say that to say, I didn't see anything. I know it's different competition, but I didn't see anything that made me shy away from him.
So
Normally, you look at Victor Wembanyama's, like his Victor Wembanyama's shot is slower than his. His release is slower.
it is, yeah,
This
it
guy
is.
shoots like he shoots.
Like he's used to shooting. He puts it up in the
He
gym.
puts it
Yeah,
up. He
he
gets a
practices.
quick release. Victor
Yep.
Wembanyama has almost like I don't want to say a hitch. What would you say?
No, hmm,
It's just slower.
it ain't like Lonzo or what? Well, Lonzo's
Yeah.
previous shot.
It's just
Yeah,
slower. I
no,
can't really
it's
describe it.
slower. It's slower. Yeah,
Um, it's quicker than KD's in some respects.
yeah, because KD kind of has a wind up and then
Over his
releases.
head, flicks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He had a
yeah,
very fluid. And once I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. Then he can put the ball on the floor. He's not afraid of the
yeah.
contact. And if you look at these clips, he's getting hit. He's getting hit. They trying to body up with him, and he's welcoming that contact. I've seen some clips, and I'm not trying to dig on Victor, where the contact was like a little much, bumping him off his square, even
Yeah.
in the competitions he was playing in. And so that it's
Okay.
I am excited to see where the NBA and just the game of basketball as a whole is going with talent like this. And I'm happy to see that he was actually smart enough not to go head to head in some of these drafts in which he knows his name wasn't there. Not to say that he didn't have the skill set, because I think he does have the skill set. But did you know who he was?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before you even told me about it, I didn't know who Zvonimir was. I thought you made him up. I don't know who he was, man. But they just come out of nowhere. They come out of the woodworks now, and they usually are overseas. I think that, and this is to your point that you just made. You look at all the unicorns, like you just mentioned, the KDs,
Mm-hmm.
the Giannis's, all these players that are in the league that have made a success of their talent and have actually utilized their potential.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the flip side, you look at people like a Bo who keeps getting traded. Dude, he got the same type of measurables. And then even to a lesser degree, most people forget this name, but Thon Maker. Thon Maker actually used to kill before he got to the NBA. And he's a no-name. All these guys with like all these height, this large height, the measurables, the talent that they have, you just hope that it can translate and that they actually take their craft seriously to take it to the next level. Because that's my only worry is he going to have that desire? And it looks like he does. It looks like he already has that that edge about him. That most people, you can't just train that into a
Yeah,
person. They have to have that dog in him. He looks like he got that.
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that because if you ain't got that, especially with the, you know how it's most Americanized individuals think that Europeans come over there soft.
Yeah.
You know, you looked at how they treated Paul Gasol. They thought he was soft.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
how some people used to think that Dirk was soft. Don't know
Yeah.
why they thought that. Well, you see how that ended up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so you've had that stigma there, and that's been slowly changing. I mean, no one says Luka is soft,
No, not
right?
at all.
But for a minute, they were like, yeah, you know, for a minute. But now Luka is, I would say, a top five, top 10 player in
Oh,
today's
easily.
NBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you look at, you know, what I have to keep coming back to Victor because that's automatically what people are going to assume just because the hype is so big there. You know, I don't
Mhm.
know how Victor. To me, this guy has better coordination than Victor. That's what
Wow.
I see.
So, do you think he's a better prospect just head to head than Victor?
I'm not
By
going to
what you
say
see?
better prospect because, you know, like for instance, I use Paul Pierce as an example. Paul Pierce to me was one of the most uncoordinated people I've seen on the court. Like he didn't look. Paul Pierce was a
Ah,
bucket, but like I didn't like if you say, hey, give me a I need somebody to break somebody down, get to a bucket or something like that. Paul Pierce was not that player, right? Like he's
he's
not
not
nothing
him.
like
No.
that.
No.
He wasn't
No.
Kobe or T Mac in that respect. But he
Right.
was Kobe and T Mac in that respect of you gonna get this work, you're gonna get this
Right.
bucket and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So when I look at Victor, I look at somebody who has all the intangibles, but for some odd reason, he just looks lankier than Zvonimir. Like, is it just me? Like, Victor just looks lankier, and it looks a little more. That sounds so horrible. It makes it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, but it's optically, he just looks. It's
I know what you're
different.
trying to say. Yeah.
It's different, and I wanted this to be a true like reaction to it because I know Victor's going to do great. Don't get me wrong, but when I look at a big that's dribbling, that's shooting, I would think that he has it a little more down packed. Victor probably it just looks prettier. How about that? I think it looks. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. It just looks
He
prettier.
has a smoother
It's
game.
there you
I
go.
can see.
Talk to
Yeah.
me. It's a smoother looking game at
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
stage. And some people are gonna call me crazy. I don't care. Like, I really don't. Like, I know what I see. And I know that when I saw him pull up for that jump shot, how quick he got that ball out, I
Yeah.
was like, yo. And ironically, one of the things that he even equates as his superpower himself is his 3-point shooting. He
There you
did an
go.
interview. He said what things he does best. He laughed about it. It was 3-point shooting. And
It's
so
like you don't know.
know who I am. That's a pal. Like, so here's my last question because I know we're coming up to the end of this, and it's one of those things where I wanted to just have good dialogue about just certain players that we see coming up. The reason why I'm talking about him on P.kidd Talks NBA is because again, he declared for the draft twice. And I did remember seeing his pro day workout. He had a pro day
Mm.
workout about a year or so ago that was recorded that I saw. And I thought was pretty good. And I remember having a
Okay.
conversation with Pat about it. So looking at it now, I don't know who's on the college scene. That would be his comp. But I
Yeah,
think going
coming
to
in.
Kentucky is a good move. He's at the good school, good name. He's going to get recognition if he brings what he brought, what we saw, on film to his collegiate
Absolutely.
career in America. He's only 19, but technically he has professional experience.
Hmm.
How do you think this is going to work out ultimately if he does declare for the draft next year? How do you think he might go? Where do you think he might go? First round, upper lower tier? What do you think?
At the least, I would say the middle of the first round. At the most, top 10. Because if you're going to a program like Kentucky and Calipari sees that you're already doing this at a professional, technically a professional level
Yeah,
overseas, I think he's going to get every shot in the world to shine at Kentucky, unless there's like a slew of, because they bring in almost all the 5-star talent
of course he
across the
does.
country.
He's
So it's just a matter of pecking order at Kentucky. So if he's at the top of that, and he balls out to a certain degree where,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just undeniable, then I think he will be in the first round. I don't see him being out of the first at the least.
Again, this is I'm with you. This is just looking at what he's already showcased. You know, obviously he's gotten good looks. Somebody's put the buzz in his ear that he was league ready or league caliber, which
Mhm.
is why he
Yeah.
declared in the first place. And obviously he has the right people around him to let him know, hey, maybe this is not the best opportunity for you right now, just because of everything. So I like the fact that they're being smart about it. Barring another phenom coming through, I could see him being a top 15 pick.
Okay.
I put a lit when it comes to players like him. It's interesting that he's going the collegiate route through Kentucky. I don't believe
Mhm.
Luca did that. I think Luca came straight from Spain.
No, he came straight over.
Well, wherever. Well, I don't think he's Spanish. Wherever he came from, forgive me. I don't mean to be offensive. Um, so it makes you wonder: did he not have enough buzz there? But then again, no one had more buzz than Victor right now. So it's one of those things where maybe he's doing the best for him in that regard. I know I keep coming back to that thought, but it's like a double-edged sword. Were you big enough, or did your game project enough there for you to get noticed? And if not, what was the deficiency? And ultimately, why go this route where you feel like you have to go through college basketball? Why not go through the G League? Why not go through those things? Those are the only questions that come up for me there. But
Yeah,
looking forward to seeing what he does, man. Looking forward to seeing how
me
that
too.
breaks down.
Me
I
too.
think he has a skill set. You do. Obviously, Calipari does. Let's
Mhm.
let's see what happens, man. But hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, it's your boy P.kidd with P.kidd Talks NBA. Go follow my man JC at the ATS Report. We will put
Thank you.
that link
Thank you.
up. You might even see this video on that channel as well. So go share, go view that over there as well. Support that. Till next time. Peace.
Yeah.